Welcome back, everyone, and we are in Conquest Trials. We just got our gold crate. And I'm just going to put this at the end of my Conquest video because I was originally thinking of making a video about it, but it would be too quick of a video. So, Conquest, how has it been going for me? And yeah, how has everything been? So, this Conquest Trial was the first Queen Amidala, by the way. And I got it done with the Padme team, as I made it my goal to try to do everything I can with the Padme team. I got it done, but man, it was brutal. Like, you kept getting stuck behind the taunt of the queens, the servant. And I wasn't counting, but it felt like it felt like she resummoned that taunt like 30 times. I mean, the battle took like upwards over 20 minutes, close to 30 minutes. I mean, it was just painful, and I lost Snips, Ahsoka Tano Snips, and so I wasn't able to get the 3-star. Is the 3-star possible with the Padme team? It's hard to say. It's very hard to say, maybe. But just beating the battle itself is a nightmare. So it can be done, but it's a nightmare. And I have near perfect mods on the entire team, and I have 2 R9s and the other 3 are R8. Just for your information. So it's possible, but it's painful. So Queen Amidala, the new one, is possible with Padme. And let me go over here. These, I already have a max, so it no longer shows I can't even do the battle for you. But Razor Crest, Commander Ahsoka, Maul, Boba Fett's Sign of Django, all of these can be 3-starred. I had them 3-starred with Padme team. And let me just make it clear, it took me a couple tries. It took me a couple of Conquest Trial runs, because sometimes I was getting 2 stars, sometimes I was getting 1 stars, and it took me a little while to get a good run where I would get a 3-star. But Razor Crest, Cat, Maul, Boba Fett's Sign of Django, all of these 3-starred with Cat, and I got them done pretty early on, right when I got my Padme team done, when my account was only around 6 months old. So amazing. Padme team. And that's why I classify the Padme team as an S tier team. And I haven't made a tier list video yet. I plan to do one eventually of the teams that I have in my account and I've played, and I would rank them. And I could also, and I would update that every year as I get more characters. But so far, as of March 2025, I only categorized 2 teams that I have so far as S tier teams, Padme, and now my newest team, Bo-Katan Mandalore. Bo-Katan Mandalore is amazing. It's the first team I have that's at the same level as Padme. But of course it's different. Padme is amazing for versatility. She's amazing in so many game modes, in Conquest, in Proving Grounds, in TW, in GAC. I mean, just for information, my Padme team in GAC can take down a Star Killer with all 3 of his Omicrons. I've done that twice. Both times, without fail. I've taken down, you have to get lucky, not every time, I've taken down Slickers with my Padme team. But, you have to get very lucky. But usually, even if you don't take a Slicker out, you can get him down to a solo. I've taken down Malgus and Malik and Darth Revan teams at R9 in TW with Mace Windu's Omicron, which lets me bypass Malik's taunt. It wouldn't work in GC because Malgus has those GC Omicrons. Basically, need a GL to take him out. What else can Padme take out? I mean, there's so many teams. I mean, I have a whole Google Doc of like 20 counters I've done so far with the Padme team. Can take out any Darth Revan team, can take out Inquisitors as long as there's no Reva. And especially when you're early game, even a Gear 12 Padme team can take out some Relic teams above you, just because the Courage just deletes people by percentage-based health. It doesn't matter how much damage or what level your character is. So Padme team has always been my top team, S tier team. And nothing's topped it, you know. Grievous, he's barely an A tier team. I would say even maybe B tier, but I'll keep him at A tier. Night Sisters are an A tier team. You could technically say they're S tier in GAC because of their Omicrons, but with throughout all game modes, they're only an A tier team. So on and so forth. And Bo-Katan Mandalore has impressed me because Bo-Katan Mandalore, she doesn't have the versatility of Padme, but she has the damage and the power to be an S tier team. Bo-Katan Mandalore is the first team that I can actively every single time take out Lord Vaders in both TW and GAC. And in GAC, it's even easier because in GAC you have her Omicrons. In TW, you don't have any Omicrons besides IG-12 and Grogu. And I recommend getting that Omicron because if you don't have it, sometimes Lord Vader will attack, Maul will attack your Bo-Katan Mandalore from the start instead of your tank. And if he does that, he can take out your Bo-Katan Mandalore before she can get a turn in. But if you have the IG-12 Grogu Omicron, your IG-12 and Grogu gets an instant turn every time a character's protection goes to 0. And that's exactly what you need to beat Lord Vader every time in TW. Besides just beating Lord Vader in TW, in Squad Arena, and I'm guessing in GC because it should be easier in GC, you can take out JMKs. Well, let me say this. JMKs with no cat you can take out. In both TW, Squad Arena, etc. But if JMK has cat, you can only take him out in GC because you need her Omicrons for that. I've also just recently in 3v3 GC, I just took down a Relicate Slicker with my Bo-Katan Mandalore. You can take down C's, but I've only tried in Squad Arena, and it's kind of sus. You kind of gotta hope his shock doesn't kill Bo-Katan Mandalore or your tank. So, you know, it doesn't kill every GL, obviously. You can't do anything against JML. You can't do much against Rey. And I haven't tried it. Leia, maybe it could do something. I don't know. Again, I just got the team a couple weeks ago, so it's going to be a couple months before I can give you a definitive answer. Either way, I'm sorry for the rant I just went on. But I just wanted to say, you know, since I'm doing this video, my last normal conquest, etc., I tried to explain why I think the Padme team is so important. And since I got into the whole S tier team thing, I had to also tell you about Bo-Katan Mandalore. Amazing team. I'm so glad. It was a mandatory guild farm, and I'm so glad I did it. I could not be happier with the team. As a person with no GLs, I really had not many answers for when people just would pop a GL on defense. You know, I had tons of good core teams, but I'd have no GL. So Bo-Katan Mandalore helps out a lot, and I actually have a chance of getting through some GLs now. But to get back to the priority at hand, Razor Crest, Cat, Maul, let's sim it, and Boba Fett Scion of Django, all of them 3-starred with Padme. Now, the reason these guys are locked is because I already have them at 7-star. This locks and you can no longer do the battle once you have 7 stars. I had all of these guys at around, I had them at 200, but now, you know, Maul is 220. Lightspeed bundles came out with Cat and Boba, so that's how I have them early. And then Razor Crest I unlocked just through the shop, getting it every time I saw it for the last year or so. So I'm around, you know, you get 20, so I'm around 10 months away, right? You get 20 every time, so... No, sorry, 5 months away. What am I saying? So 5 months away from unlocking Maul, which is fine. Because he is used in Lord Vader. It's going to be a while before I have him. Now we get to what I call the 3 hardest battles. I call these the 3 hardest battles in Conquest. It's absolutely brutal. One of them you fight, this one I think you fight Malgus. The TIE Interceptor you fight Reva. And Ben Solo you fight Rey. Padme has no shot, no chance for these ones. No chance. And I will say, for the TIE Interceptor and the Darth Malgus, my brother who has a Slicker, even his Slicker cannot do it. A GL cannot take that out. And you need some crazy combos to beat this 3-star this. You need, like, some people do Kylo Slicker with Zombie and then Malik and then Nihilus insta-kill. I mean, it's just nasty. It's just nasty. So pretty much the only thing that can take these out is mostly GL stuff, and even not even vanilla GL teams. You have to stack them and do some weird combinations. There's videos online. I'm waiting till I get JMK, and I'm hoping JMK can do all 3 of these. I've tried it many times, not possible. With any core teams that I know of. I watched a Nooch video recently where he said Padme can beat Ben Solo. No, it cannot. No, it cannot. I tried that many times. That it cannot. I mean, you would have to... Maybe there's some other character that they plopped in there that changed... No, I know what he did. He had Cat in there. He put Cat in that lineup. So maybe Padme with Cat could do something. But again, that really is not a Padme team. That's almost like a JMK team without JMK. So I'm not even factoring that in. Then we get to the Scythe. Scythe can be 3-starred by Padme. I think it definitely took me a couple battles, but it can be done. And then we move into Admiral Trench. I did my battle just before starting this video for Admiral Trench. And he is the biggest pain in the ass to do every single conquest, because Padme team can get him to 2-star, but Padme team cannot get him to 3-star. It might be possible, but I've done so many attempts, and I've gone really close at times, but I just was never able to do it. And it's just a pain in the ass, because every single conquest I have to do his battle manually, because I can't sim it, because I don't have it 3-starred, and it's just painful every time. It takes me like 3 to 5 tries, multiple restarts to do. It's RNG heavy. It's just painful. Can't wait to have JMK so I can 3-star that and never have to look at it again. I only have 100. Yeah, Maul was 220. What does that tell you? That tells you that 120 times, so you could say 6 months. For 6 months of the 11 that I've been doing Conquest, 6 months of the 11, I wasn't able to beat the battle, either because I ran out of time, or I forgot to do Conquest till the last minute and I just didn't have enough time to do all the tries, or, you know, etc., etc. Sometimes you only have time to sim everything. That's just the way it is. Trench is a pain in the ass. And this time around, I tried Bo-Katan Mandalore on Trench. Not pretty. Padme is easier. So, before, just for information, these 3 were the only ones Padme wasn't able to beat as up to this point. And the only non-3-star was Trench, which was my one I had to do manually. Fury class Interceptor, Padme does it, no problem. Terran Malicos, I did it first try, easy, Padme, easy. Not even hard. Dark Trooper Moff Gideon, easy, Padme, easy, man, easy. I mean, these newer ones are way easier than some of the older battles, just saying. Easy clap, easy. Darth Bane is the interesting one. So now we're up to the new ones. Darth Bane's the interesting one. Padme cannot do Darth Bane, but you know what can? Bounty Hunters. And Bounty Hunters do it so easily. So easily. And you can get the... I did this thing once with Padme, and I was like, yeah, this is not working. But then I was like, wait a minute. You can literally just use Bounty Hunter here, and you can insta-kill. I mean, it's a piece of cake. And you don't need to have them as high relics as I do for this. But I'm just going to show it off because it's so easy to get the 3-star here. And people are struggling. They're saying, oh, I'm going to use Slicker here or something. Bro, you can literally just use Bounty Hunters. So literally, you just got to get your contract. That's all it is. Get your contract. You want to outspeed Bane. Contract done. Insta-kill. He didn't even get a turn. Done. He didn't even get a turn. And then you just finish it off. I mean, it is just as easy as pie. And Bane is an OP character, by the way. He can kill GLs. I mean, he is insane. Padme team has no shot at taking him out. But, nice thing about the bounty hunters, they have that insta-kill mechanic. And Bane is not resistant to insta-kill. So, there you go. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And then I already talked to you about Queen Amidala. So yeah, that's all of Conquest for you. With Padme team, mostly. And as my last normal Conquest, this is what I'm able to accomplish. My account is just about a year and 3 months old. You know, you could say that. And I can pretty much do every single Conquest now. 2-star on the Queen Amidala, which is annoying. Trench used to be the only non-3-star. And then obviously the big 3 that are just not possible with anything. You need GL level teams there. And that's that. So without further ado, I think I'll close out this video for you guys, and I hope you enjoyed. Next month, hard Conquest time. All right, peace out, guys.